Hi, so for today's class, we're going to need a yoga mat, a back of a couch, or you can use a wall, okay, if you don't have access to the back of your couch. And I'm going to use an extra yoga mat for a little bit of extra padding for my knees. If you don't have another yoga mat, you can use blankets, anything that's a little extra cushiony, or a pillow or a cushion, but not too thick, okay? And then 2 yoga blocks. If you don't have yoga blocks, be creative. Use a couple books or see what you can stack up with, okay, at home. So let's go ahead and get started. So you can have any nice, comfortable seated position. I'm just going to sit the block in between my feet and sit back on the block. If this is uncomfortable for you, just cross your legs like normal. Maybe sit on a block or a couple pillows. So we're just going to start by relaxing the shoulders, close the eyes, and just slowly start to come into your breath, breathing in and out the nose as much as you can throughout the class. Full deep inhales, full exhales. And then we're going to go ahead and open the eyes. Inhale, reach your arms up. Clasp your hands, press your palms, lift up. Lift the chin, let the ribs lift and open for just a second here. And then exhale, tuck the ribs in, turn the chin down and pull the arm bones back. So today we're going to work on a little bit of hip flexors, quads, and we'll see if we can get some shoulders into this and upper back. As we will mostly be sitting generally throughout our days, unfortunately during this lockdown time. Inhale, lift. Exhale, extend. Push through the palms. Reach. Good. Inhale up. Exhale, release your hands. Take one hand over the leg, even if you're cross-legged, and roll the shoulder blade back, open the chest, little twist. Push into the back fingertips to help you rotate. And then inhale back to center, arms up. Exhale, other side. Rotate the shoulder, lift the chest. Breathe. And bring it back. Inhale up. And exhale. Good. Turn to face the end of your mat. You can put the blocks to the side. Come into all fours. If you want to, you can have your knees on the extra padding. Inhale, roll the shoulder blades back. Lift the chin to chest. Little cat-cow for a second here. Lift the chin open. Exhale, chuck the toes around the back. Push the balls of the feet down as you press the palms down. Tuck the chin. Lift the spine. Let the shoulder blades separate. Inhale, roll the shoulder blades back. Lift the chin, the chest. Exhale, tuck and round. Lift, tuck the pelvis forward. One more. Inhale, roll the shoulder blades back. Lift. Exhale, tuck and round. Good. Inhale, come to neutral. Extend your left arm towards the ceiling and open the chest. Twist. Take a half bind with that hand. Roll the shoulder blade back. Let your sit bones extend back, but pull the belly up. Roll the left shoulder blade back. Push down and lift up out of your right shoulder. Inhale, stretch it up. Exhale, release. Other side. Inhale, right arm goes up. Press. Lift up out of the bottom shoulder and then wrap half bind, hand behind the back. Roll the right shoulder blade back. Press the right hip slightly forward as you open the chest. Looking up if it's okay for the neck. Inhale, take it up. Exhale, release the hand. Sit back into your heels, separate your knees. Child's pose, extend the arms. Take a nice deep inhale. Coming into downward dog. First, just pedaling it out. Move the hips, lengthen the spine, press into your thumbs, your index knuckles. And then bringing your feet together. Inhale, lift your right leg up. If you're using the wall, you're going to have to go a little bit further away. Otherwise, if you're using the couch, you can release that leg onto the top of the couch. And then you're going to lift the chin, look forward, shift, press, tuck the pelvis, squeeze your left leg straight, lift the hips a little bit. You can stay here and prepare, or make sure those wrists are under the shoulders. So you might have to come forward slightly and then lift the bottom foot. Otherwise, stay right here, preparing for plank, and then lift, release. 2 more, lift, release. Don't sink the body down. Push down, keep it strong, keep the back leg super straight. Lift, release. 1 more time. Lift, tuck the pelvis, forward and release. Then lift the leg up, extend the hands a little further forward if you need to. Right leg up, downward dog. Exhale, release. Inhale, lift the left leg. If you're using the wall, you can just stay in this position. If you're using the couch, go ahead, walk your hands back a little bit. Lengthen leg onto the couch. Stack the wrists underneath your shoulders. Press down, tuck the pelvis forward. Lift between the shoulder blades. Squeeze your right leg straight, stay here. Prepare and breathe, pushing the floor down, or strengthen up that left leg. Lift the right leg. Release. Lift. Release. Lift. Release. Push the floor. 2 more. Lift. Release. Last one. Lift. Release. Walk your hands forward slightly. Lift the left leg. Extend and release. Lengthening your spine, lift the hips. Breathe. Tucking the pelvis just slightly as you lift. And exhale, release the knees to the floor. We're going to go ahead and grab your blocks. If you don't have your blocks, it's fine. You can do it without. It's just an added little extra. So you're going to take your blocks, make sure they're steady. And you're going to come back into your downward dog. So with the blocks, it just adds a little height to extend back into the heels. Breathe. Reach. Lift the kneecaps. See if you can lift your toes. Push your arms super strong and straight. 1 more breath. And then release. You're going to step your blocks 1 step flatter. Or hands just on the floor. Wherever you are, make sure your index, knuckle, and thumb are very strong. Pressing into the block or floor. Press a little into your fingertips. Extend. Good, and then make sure there's enough space for a leg in between those blocks. You're going to bring your feet together, lift the right leg up, extend the chest back. Release the right leg onto the couch, shift your shoulders all the way forward. And then stretch it back, lift. Leg to the couch, shift forward. And back. 1 more, leg to the couch, shift forward. Squeeze the left leg. Make sure your butt isn't in the air. Lift the kidneys. Extend back. Release. Switch sides. Lengthen. Release the leg. Extend. Tuck the pelvis. Lift between the shoulder blades. Extend. Lift. Release. Shift. And again, you don't have to use the couch for this. Just a little extra to keep that leg up there. Shift. You can do it without. You can keep both feet on the floor if you need to during the shift. Release the foot and shift. Take it back. Release. Good, now we're going to lift that right leg up again. Exhale, step it forward in between the hands. Again, take the right leg up, kick it back, Bring it forward. Up, pick it up, extend, forward. Try not to slide your feet on the floor, so that's why the blocks help a lot. Press down into your hands, lift the foot, take it up, over the couch, in between. Up, over the couch, in between. One more time. Lift up, don't slide, back, in between. Good, now we're gonna inhale, coming up for high crescent lunge. Reach. Go ahead and bend the back knee. Breathe, sit low. Good, and then inhale, slowly straighten the back leg. Exhale, take your right hand behind. See if you can grab the outer right leg. Tuck the pelvis forward. Lift up and reach. Reach forward or reach back. If you need to modify, you bend the back knee. Open the chest. If you want, you can straighten the leg and really reach. And then exhale, take the left elbow, cross it over, find a twist. Squeeze the back leg straight. If you need to modify, you can take the hand to the block and the right hand to the floor. Check again, your feet are on hips distance apart. Opening the chest either here or with the prayer variation. I'm going to come down here as my baby's belly is not giving me space to twist. Good, inhale, coming up. Reach. And exhale, hands back to the blocks. Pick up that foot, come to plank. Exhale, shift forward, drop the knees if you'd like. Elbows in chaturanga. Fingertips press. Cobra or upward dog. Lift the thighs, lift the chest. Shoulder blades pull back. And lift the hips, down dog. Other side, inhale, lift the left leg. Exhale, shift it forward. High plank. Take it back, lengthen. Shift it forward and back. Over the couch and lift, shift. Press into your fingertips, lengthen and come forward. Lengthen, come forward. One more time. Lengthen, come forward. Now we're going to lengthen, bring it in between the hands. Then you're going to round, push the floor, pick up the foot, take it over the couch. Pick it up, round, 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 round. Place it between. Check the knee ankle alignment. Then round, pick it up. Take it back. Round, pull it forward. Softly. Keep the knee ankle alignment. Pick up the foot. Take it back. And again, you can do this without blocks or without a couch. We're just softly lifting, extending, pulling it in, coming forward enough that we can land forward. One more. Pick it up, push the floor down, take it up, bring it forward. High lunge. Check the knee ankle is in line. Reach up. Bend the knee. Both knees bent. Check the front knee isn't in front of the ankle. Breathe. Nice and deep in and out the nose. And see if you can straighten that leg. Take the left hand behind. Wrap it around to the outer right hip. Extend the right arm up and back. Here you want to tuck your pelvis forward. Check your front knee doesn't go beyond the ankle. And then bend your back knee. Tuck the pelvis forward so you aren't sinking in your low back. Keep the back heel high, reach up and back. Breathe. Open the chest. Inhale. Take it up. Lengthen the back leg. And exhale, elbow crosses. Prayer, twist. Straighten the back leg, draw the left hip down if you need to. Right hand onto a block, left hand on the hip. Drop the left hip, lift the right. Check the front knee isn't coming in front of the ankle. Press down and twist. Rotate through the left shoulder blade back. Lift up out of the right shoulder if your hand is on the floor or a block. If you're in the prayer twist variation, you're going to lift the hands to the center of the sternum. Breathe, open, left hip down, right hip up, right leg squeezes straight. Good. And release the hand. Lift the front foot. Step it back to plank. Prepare, lift, shift. Chaturanga, drop the knees if you need to. Cobra, little lift of the chest. Or upward dog. Pull the hips forward, the shoulder blades back. Straighten the legs, lift the kneecaps off the floor. Inhale. Exhale, shift your hips back. Breathe. Press the heels back and down. Lengthen. Good. Inhale, we're going to lift the right leg up. Exhale, right foot's going to come in between your hands. And then you're going to come up. So here we're going to get the foot onto the block, onto the couch. So I'm going to slide my blocks back. And I'm going to turn to take my right knee towards the back, my left knee to the back of the couch, just slightly in front, so I have a little leeway to play with my hip flexor. And then I'm going to come forward with my hands on the blocks, and I'm going to swivel my back foot up the couch, so it's straight up. And then from here I can adjust if I want my knee a little bit further back or a little bit further forward. And then I'm going to slowly let the hips come forward. Press the foot back, lift the chest, and work the right hip back. As the right hip pulls back, the pelvis tucks forward. Now, as we slowly progress to have the chest right above the hips, standing on the knee, it gets harder. So breathe here for a second. Now, if you need to, you can always come back right into this position. Good. So then you can stay here, or you're going to shift back, coming all the way up. Now as you come up, the tendency is that the butt sticks back because of the hip flexor. So I want you to slowly try to tuck the pelvis forward and the glutes away from the heel. And then you can reach your arms up. Breathe. And if you're using the wall, you can stay like this, or if you have a couch, you can try to lean, take your glute to the inner heel, and straighten that front leg. But as you do so, you want to make sure that this front knee is right below the hip. The knee isn't forward, then you're not going to get the stretch of the hip flexor and quad. Or the quad, really. In this position, it's more quad. Okay, tuck the pelvis forward. Breathe. And the closer the knee is to the back to the couch, the more you're going to feel it. The further the knee forward, the less you're going to feel into that quad, depending on how tight you are. So another breath here, really pressing the pelvis forward to accentuate the stretch. And then I'm going to slowly bend. You can stock your blocks a little higher if you need to. I'm going to come forward And I'm going to really pull that right hip back. Tucking the pelvis forward. And breathe. Good, then from here, I'm going to slide my foot back or my blocks forward a little bit. And I'm going to lift up, pulling that left knee into my chest. And I'm going to walk my hands forward again, lengthen the chest, stick the butt out. Then I'm going to lift the left toes up, lift the chest. You can stay here or reach the right hand back, grab the inner foot, and then kick the foot up. Lift the chest, slight bend in the bottom knee if you need to. If the leg is straight, lift the kneecap and quad. Push the foot towards the ceiling, and then slowly try to come, fingertips hovering the block. Press the foot up, kick, reach, lift the chest, and then slowly release. Shake out the legs. Feet hips width, exhale. You're gonna fold, grab the ankles. Lift the sit bones, drop the shoulder blades up and back. Lift the kneecaps. Inhale, come up flat back. Exhale, fold, grab. Inhale, push into the feet, come all the way to stand. Exhale. Step forward. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back, lengthen, lift the knees, the quads. Exhale, step back to plank. You can remove your blocks. Shift forward, chaturanga, drop the knees if you'd like. Pull it through cobra or upward dog. Lift the chest, the thighs, the knees. Exhale, downward dog. Good, you're gonna inhale, lift the left leg. Left foot's gonna step forward in between the hands, and then the back knee's gonna go down. We're gonna come up. Exhale, coming back to the couch. So you can grab your blocks, slide it back, take the knee, turn the knee out, and then swivel the foot up. And then just check how far your knee is from the couch compared to the other side. May not be exactly the same. Coming up, tuck the pelvis. Ooh. Breathe here for a second. Let those hips come forward. Check the front knee doesn't go beyond the ankle. Breathe. Pull that left hip back, right hip forward. Good, and then we're gonna come up. You may have to adjust the back knee. Reach up, tuck the pelvis. If you need to, keep your hands on a block. And then you can release the arms or keep them up. And again, you're gonna pull that left hip back, tuck the pelvis, and then try to work the front leg straight. Breathing deeply into that right hip, right quad. Tuck the pelvis forward. Breathe. Again, make sure the front knee or the bottom knee isn't in front of your hip. Keep it relatively in line with the hip. Then try to draw the left hip down. Tuck the pelvis forward. That's where you're going to really feel it. You shouldn't feel any pain in the kneecap. Breathe. If you are, then back off to the first position. Breathe. Tuck the pelvis. Pull the ribs back, the pelvis forward. Relax the jaw. Find your breath in and out of that quad. Tucking the pelvis, stick with it. 2 more breaths. Good, go ahead, release. I'm going to take my blocks a little bit up. I'm going to let my hips come forward, but I'm still going to tuck my pelvis forward a lot, feeling it right into my hip flexor, where the hip goes, the front of the thigh goes over the front of the hip into the stomach, so as tucking the pelvis. As I tuck, I'm pulling my right inner thigh towards my left slightly, so I'm hugging towards the center of the mat. Breathe and lift the chest. Pressing a little bit back into the top of that back foot. Deepening the breath, relaxing the jaw. Try not to let the shoulders meet the ears. Relax your upper back. Tuck that pelvis, breathe. Push the foot into the back of the couch. Good, and then I'm going to slowly scooch back with the foot. Shift. Lift the back knee. However you need to get there. And then walk the blocks forward, so when you're in a flat back, the wrists are still under the shoulders. And I'm going to lift the right leg up. Stay here or reach back, grab the foot, kick the foot up, push down into my bottom foot. If I need to, you can bend the bottom knee, but I want your chest lifted. So lift up onto the fingertips of the right hand on the block, and then see if you can root down into your left foot. Kick your right foot up to help lift the chest. Hands hover above the block. Breathe, lift, kick, open the chest. And exhale. Release the foot, fold forward or shake it out. Grab the ankles, feet can be hips width or they can be together. Make sure you're not back into the heels here. I want you to shift a little bit forward so the front of your thighs can work. Breathe, pull the elbows wide, lift the shoulder blades up. Calm, steady breath through the nose. Inhale, lift up, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale to stand all the way. Push down into your feet. Tuck the pelvis. Reach and exhale. Good. Bring the feet together and move the blocks to the side. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back, lengthen. Lift the kneecaps, quads. Exhale, step back to plank or hop. Shift forward, chaturanga, elbows into ribs. Drop the knees if you need. Inhale, cobra or upward dog. Lift. Exhale, lift the belly, downward dog. Push back into the thumbs of the hands, index knuckles. Lift the kneecaps, the belly. Lift the toes for a second here. Get the legs, back of the legs stretching, front of the legs working. Good, and then exhale, release the knees back to the mat. So both knees are on the floor. Okay, actually we're going to turn around and do camel against the couch. So if you want to, you can grab your blocks. Bringing your hips, in my case, my belly, to the back of the couch. You can curl your toes under or keep them flat. A few options here. Wrap the shoulder blades back, puff up the chest, press the pelvis forward. Keep your hands on the low back if your hands don't touch either the blocks, heels, or floor. So drop the head, stay here. Or you grab your blocks, wrap your shoulder blades together. Push your hips forward. Stretch the front of the throat. staying there. Or if you take your heels, wrap the shoulder blades together, press the pelvis forward. The hips should be touching, or the stomach should be touching the back of the couch. Feet flat, optional. Press, open the chest, reach. And then slowly coming back up. Release the hips down. Take a breath. We're going to do one more round of camel. So again, you can use the blocks, optional. I'm going to skip them this time. Okay, lifting back up. Make sure your knees aren't too far from the couch or a wall. Very easily done with a wall. Hands to the low back, wrap the shoulder blades back, press your hips forward, lift the ribs up, open the chest. Stay here or go for the heels. Flat feet is optional. Press the hips forward, open the chest, lift the sternum up. Make the legs engage your glutes. Breathe. Lengthen out of the low back. And slowly release. Release your hips to your heels. Take a breath. Then go ahead and stand up. Coming 90 degrees. So ankles, knees, hips in a line. Extend. And then allow the chest to drop down. Breathe. Let go of the neck and jaw. Stay here. So the feet are hips width. And the hands are about shoulders width. You can stay here or walk your left hand to the center and then your right hand on top. Pressing the chest down towards the floor. Allowing gravity to assist. Breathe. Keep the legs working. If you shift back into the heels too much, then you lose a little bit of stretch in the upper back. So see if you shift a little bit forward. It's okay if the elbows bend slightly. And then go ahead and switch the hand that was on top. Breathe into the shoulders and the upper back. Lift the kneecaps, let the chest draw down. Then you're going to take the left hand, which is on the top, and you're going to take it to the floor. If that's too far or not working for you, grab a block. Okay? I'm going to take the fingertips down. And then I'm going to open the chest towards the right side, looking underneath my right armpit. And then if I can, I'm going to just stay here, push a little bit into the floor so I'm lifting away. Or I'm going to walk my right hand a little to the left, just slightly. And breathe, looking underneath that right armpit. Pulling the right hip back, so don't let the right hip sway forward. Keep the hips equal. If you need to, you bend the knees slightly. If you need to, you can bend the left knee and straighten the right leg and see if that helps. Looking underneath the right armpit towards the ceiling. Breathe. Good, and release. Coming up. Switch hands. So take the left hand right in the center and take the right hand down. Looking underneath the left arm towards the ceiling. Breathe, pull the left hip back. Push into your right hand. Breathe and twist. Keep pulling the left hip back. Stay here or walk your left hand slightly to the right, just a little over center. And then if you need to, you can bend your right knee, straighten the left leg, pull the left hip back, look underneath the left armpit towards the ceiling. Breathe. Then you can work on the legs, but keeping the left hip back, Maybe you straighten both legs. As you push your right hand down, you're trying to pull your chest more towards the left side of the mat. Breathe through the nose. And then inhale, come back up to the center. One more time, hands shoulders width. Breathe, lengthen, let the chest draw down. Relax the jaw, the brow. And then slowly walk it in. So we got the shoulders, the upper back, the hip flexors, all nice and released from this lockdown. So let's go ahead and take it to the mat. Coming forward. Actually, let's just do a little hip opener here. So bring the bottoms of your feet together. Clasp your hands around the balls of your feet. Clasp. Lift the chest. Press the knees down. Roll the shoulder blades back. Lengthen. And exhale. Pull the elbows back as you lengthen the chest forward. Fold. Push the feet together. Remove the fingers underneath the feet if they're getting smashed. Lengthen the chest, press the feet, extend. Breathe. And then inhale, coming back up. Exhale, release. We're going to turn, taking the block, not right up to the mat, but close, up to the wall, the couch, but close. Then you're going to take your hips up on top. Then you're going to lay back. Bottoms of the feet together. Release the hands. And finding a little shavasana here. If it's too much with the blocks on the hips on the block, just take the block away. Allow the shoulder blades to roll together so your heart can lift. Let your hands release. Turn the palms up. Relax the jaw, the face. And if the open knees is too much, you can also just take the legs up the wall or up the couch. We'll just be here for a minute or two. So you're just going to breathe nice and deep from the bottom of your stomach all the way up to the very top of your ribs. And then exhale, slowly let that breath go. Again, inhale from the bottom of the stomach all the way up to the very top of the ribs. Exhale, slowly let it go. One more time, inhale from the bottom of the stomach all the way to the top. Hold it in. Inhale, sip up more air, hold. Again, inhale, sip up more air, hold. One more time, inhale, sip a little more, hold. And exhale, slowly let that breath go. Push it all the way out that the belly pulls in. And then relax the breath. Let the breath be natural. Let go of your breath. Relax the stomach. Try to release your hips, your legs, ankles, feet, and toes. Allowing the shoulders to be heavy so your heart can lift and be open. And allowing any stress or tension to roll down the arms and release from your fingertips. Let go of your jaw, brow, scalp, ears, forehead, throat. Just allow the mind to be calm and clear. Acknowledge your thoughts. Try not to carry any dialogue on in your head. And allow the body to melt back into the floor, letting go, and just be. And slowly start to come back into your breath. A little deeper breath. Bring the knees together. Extend the legs up. Release the shoulders and bend the knees. Roll to one side. You can remove. And just coming up and finding a seat. Or if you like, you're still welcome to sit in your shavasana, lay in your shavasana. Just sitting up nice and tall. Let's inhale, reach up. And exhale, hands to your heart. And thanks for sharing your practice and your energy with me and with the world. Namaste.